Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf! What? If it's stupid and it works, it's still stupid, but it works. See, I know I've talked about this before. This headset was causing me some problems on my head, literally, like right here, which is where the hard metal, yeah, it is a bit hard metal. Hard plastic, hard metal, like basically where the charger for this headset is. And tonight I was like, you know what, I have had enough of this. So I went looking around in all the various computer stuff that I have bought over the years to see if I could find some foam. And inside the packaging for my CPU cooler was some foam that honestly could not have been more perfect for this, which I will kind of try to show once I've read this letter. Hey there, Steven. Thanks for letting me come over the other day. I found something perfect. It'd be perfect for your place. Please thank you as a thank you for having me, your pal Bon. I still need to like fix that back room. It's a sawhorse. Yeah, I mean I do got some fixing to do, so that scans. But yeah, like I don't remember exactly what this was holding, but it even has a groove. It just has a groove in it. And it stays kind of in its shape. So, like, it just kind of works. And the issue is right here. Like, even holding this on my finger, yeah, it's a lot of pressure in two little points because of how the charger is designed. And this is all hard plastic right here. But it's rubber right here. So that makes this part also jab into my head. It's not a very good design. That's what I'm gonna say. I mean, it works for charging it, and it does charge pretty quickly, and it holds a charge for quite a while, and has pretty good latency, and, you know, this headset is great in so many ways. So, I can't, like, fault it too much for the design. It does, doing this makes my hair go all messy. It's fine. Boop. Hello, Fluff. What's up? It's the latest. There's a visitor down the beach. He's like super famous or something. Maybe we should go get his autograph. Autograph book is totally full of signatures. Don't. He's not cool. He's just Gulliver. Which, I mean, he is neat, but like he's not like a get his signature kind of cool. He's a give him a sandwich and send him on his way kind of cool. You know, you can do that and trust that he'll probably get to somewhere, but you know, you still can't be completely sure. You always got to worry about him a little bit. You know, he's got that you always got to worry about him bad boy energy, except he's not a bad boy in the slightest. Hello, Steph. Seem chipper as always. How can I help you? Let's chat. You know, I'm not completely comfortable talking outside like this. Not too much trouble. Could we go to your house to talk? I mean, alright. Come on over. Really? Okay, I'll follow right behind you. Glad you want to do this right now. So that's neat. I've not done a huge amount today, though. I mean, I did start replaying through the first Final Fantasy on the NES, which I really don't like doing. It's probably the worst version of that game. Hey, thanks for having me. No problem, Pops. Lovely but a comfortable place to live. You relax as soon as you step through your door. I mean, I got a shifty owl right there. It's being the favorite part of your house. And, I don't know, that owl's looking pretty shifty. So I don't know about that. Which, as you might guess from me playing through a specific version of a game, spawned from an argument of me playing through it. So, this is relaxing. I feel so at peace here. Aww. Visiting your house, no matter how you decorate, always feels welcoming. Does it? I mean, I got... Look at this. Does this really feel welcoming? The way it just does this? Like, it's... Like, I don't know if that's all that welcoming. And given you've not even walked into that room, I don't think that room feels very welcoming. But yeah, it basically spawned to an argument of, you know, you can basically beat, you know, I know from experience, you can basically beat the first Final Fantasy in your basically 25 to 30 range on levels. At least, you know, if you know basically what you're doing. This is relaxing. I just feel so at peace here. Yeah, this room epitomizes that Steph style. This room I will grant. Just gonna open this, just to do that, and then we got cat, Pikmin, rum, cake. So time to head home. And just fly when you're having fun. Thanks again for today. See you soon. See you as well, Nutty. We got Nutty, we got Nutlet. I'm looking forward to all the variations on Nut that I'm gonna be giving Blair as catchphrases. The moment she's like, hey, I need a new catchphrase, it's gonna be something nut or nut something. That is just the catchphrases she's going to have. But like, I feel I've kind of made my point to this person by basically just sending them the current world record, which finishes in like not even into their 20s on levels, but I'm still gonna replay through it. Well, if it isn't pal, sister, so there's something you like need from me? Just watch out. Hey, so I'm doing some summer cleaning, and I was hoping to get rid of some old junk. I mean stuff. You wouldn't want my nice dreamy tea or anything, would you? Yeah, sure, I'll buy it, and then I'll sell it. Oh, you're just giving it to me. Cool, finally cleared some of the old stuff. Thanks, sister. Happy to help. Happy to take your stuff. I do collect your stuff. But yeah, like, I feel it should kind of go without saying for just kind of how rough the original Final Fantasy is. When literally the people who decided to speedrun the game, almost every single one of like the top 10 runs that have comments, all have comments along the lines of, and this is where my time stops because I am done with this game. It's like, yeah, it's a rough experience. Like, the biggest issue the first Final Fantasy game has is that, like, it's just a buggy mess. Like, it's got so many things in it that just don't work the way you're told they work. Like, it's just so much. Like, and if you're smart about your resource management, literally by, like, the second town, well, third town. Yeah, it'd be the third town, because it's the elf town. You could literally have 1 to 2 freaking silver swords, which just trivializes the game for almost the rest of it. Like, those are end game swords that you can just buy as soon as the third town, which is basically the beginning of the game. And if you've managed your money while getting there, yeah, you'll have the money to buy at least 1, probably 2. Yeah, you won't be able to also buy magic, because each of these swords costs 4,000, each spell in that town costs 4,000, but you'll have the money before you're done in Elf Town to buy all the spells from there that you need, all the expensive gear you need, because that's basically your base of operations for a while. The game is really weirdly paced in that way, where, like, you start just outside of the first town, where you buy your initial gear, and then you set off to beat up Garland. And then you make your way to the second town, where the only purpose of that town is for you to beat up some pirates and get a boat, so that you can then get to Elf Town. Like, you know, they're young, so running into is always a nice surprise. I'd like to talk about the latest. There's sudden craving for fruit, and just about any kind will hit the spot. So on sweet stuff, I usually prefer something fancy like cheesecake. So yeah, I just want a simple piece of fruit. Please get one for me. Here you go. These aren't like the best apples, but that's kind of the point. These are like from it's like imperfectly perfect or something like that. It's basically the apples they couldn't sell because of things like this. But like they're still edible. It's just if you were at the shop, you probably wouldn't buy that apple. So they shove it in a bag of apples that are just like that at a low price. And that's the apples that I get because they're cheap. Tasty. This bag is entirely Macintosh. They kind of vary because it's just random apples they can't sell. Yeah, have a nice time. I brought your apple. I mean, obviously I've also been playing more Splatoon Raiders. I need to get back to more of that. It's just so juicy. Yes, very nice. Yes, thank you. Here, take my air conditioner. Oh, please, I need one of those. I refuse to believe that there is not a product that can cool a room that doesn't need to be connected to a window to function. There has to be a product that does that, right? Like, there has to be. Hello, Dina. You know what I'm into lately? Swapping stuff with neighbors. Trading things you use is kind of like recycling. And it's good for the environment. Things doing trading. Sure, let's trade. Office chair. Alright. Sure. I mean, I'm getting very much the raw end of this deal, but that's fine. Yes, Risk. I know I look silly. Yeah, I know. Yeah? Really? Yeah, that is my chair. That is the chair. I don't know how you managed to get your tower so wobbly. You do not need onto my lap. Welcome, Ginger Snap. Make yourself at home. What's up? Let's chat. Just for there, it's a little sticky. Dropped some coconut cream pie the other day. That's very good. It's pretty easy to drop that stuff. I also played like maybe 10 minutes of a game called Mortal Shell, which seems neat, and I'm gonna sit down and actually like put some effort into trying to play it. Its controls are just slightly different from what I'm used to from Dark Souls, that it kind of annoyed me, and I was just like, right, no, I'm getting annoyed, I'm just gonna turn the game off for now, and just not play it. But it's currently on sale on the Switch, at least in Canada, for like $3, so I was like, I mean, it doesn't seem like a bad game, so I'll give it a go for $3. It doesn't seem like a bad game, it's just I'm way too used to how Dark Souls controls, specifically Dark Souls played on PC with a controller. Honestly, I feel like even once I play through the game more, my biggest complaint that I have right now will probably remain my biggest complaint. Why did they feel they had to get cute instead of just giving you a shield to block with? They give you a freaking hardening mechanic where you get to do your best Metapod impression mid-combat? Like, no joke, you press freaking L2 to harden to block a hit. And you can only do this once. And it basically is a block and parry in one. But it's like, why? Just give me a shield. Like, they're already basically aping Dark Souls. Just give me the... Ooh, fireworks on this coming Sunday. Oh, right, summer fireworks. That happens, I think, every Sunday until the end of next month. I think. Do I have that right? You guys will have to let me know. Hi. Oh, now you're not gonna... Okay. But, yeah. Oh, I thought I was gonna do that. How many fossils? I found 2. But yeah, I honestly find it really funny how, like, in this argument I get into, like, one of the main points was like, oh, but you know, the extra content added in the PSP version, well, it's not hard because you can do it while playing through the main game, and it's like, you kind of can't though. Some of it only opens after you've beaten the game, but and that's the hard part of it. But also, everything in the extra dungeon, basically, the actual hard one, is harder than everything else in the game, except the other post-game stuff that is also harder. Like, that right there is a big ding 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 of, you're over-leveled! Like, when you can do post-game content before you've gotten there, you catchphrase right away. Alright, let's see. I mean, Fluff, that ain't your style. And Pinkest, that... Let's go with... I don't know. Damn it. I wouldn't have actually went with it, but I ran out of space. Okay. You know, I feel what is most, like, indicative of Pinky is just Sparkles. Wait. Damn it. I can't fit glitter glue. One letter short, but there's so much room left. I could do like glit glue, but that just sounds wrong. Okay, we're just gonna go with Sparkles. There's gonna be some sparkles going on. Sparkles! Is that what you meant? Yep. Just sparkle on them. Perfect. Fits her to a T. Just sparkle on them. But like, I mean, that kind of holds true with every single RPG. If you're able to poke into and do post-game content before the post-game, then you're over-leveled. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that if you want to stop and grind, but like, to then insist that, no, you have to do this, like, but you don't. And it's also kind of funny where, like, there are a few systems that were changed that more or less just make some jobs more viable. Like, say, you know, going to that speedrunner of the NES Final Fantasy. Their party was a thief to die, 2 warriors, and a black mage. You might be sitting there going, but what about a white mage? How would they be healing? Potions. You can carry more potions than the white mage can use healing spells. And the potions are equivalent in healing to the white mage's healing spells. And you can carry more potions than the white mage can. Do you see the problem? Do you see why white mage is just not great? I mean, if you want to run one, you can. There's nothing stopping you. But, like, especially if you're only going to run 3 party members, because honestly, that's just ideal for experience. Gets you the levels you need faster because you don't need all 4 party members. Like 3 is just fine. But if you're only equipping 3 party members, you've probably got a lot of money left over. Especially if one of those party members is a black mage that doesn't really need gear. The black mage needs spells, but free armor you get throughout the game is basically enough for the black mage to keep it alive. And the warriors are the only things you really need to equip, and for that you only need like 8,000 gold by the time you're in Elf Town, which is not that difficult to get just playing the game. I am not finding this final fossil. Also, Frisk is having issues. Not only was I messing with a box, but I was cutting up things, and now I have something weird on my head, and she is having a meltdown. But like, you have plenty of money for buying potions and tents, and oh, you're looking great. That might run into you. Am I looking great though? Hey, Henry. Hi, Steven. How are you doing? Can I get Oracle today? I overslept, and I'm still tired. To be fair, I overslept while also staying up too late, so quite a conundrum going on there. But yeah, you're literally just better off using healing items than having a healer. It's literally where, like, if you have like a red mage in your party, you're probably only doing that to have them as a secondary, what is called nuker. Like, or to have them as your primary nuker, because, which they're only even called that because of the spell nuke, which ironically, red mages don't gain access to. But they don't need it. You don't need it. Lit 2/Lightning 2 is more than sufficient, and they do learn that. But like, one of the changes the PSP and Game Boy Advance versions made to the original Final Fantasy was they took away the spells per day D&D system and just gave everyone a basic MP system. Isn't Steven can do some shopping today, Nyan? Which is considerably better. Bonbon over here and talk with her. Woohoo, Steven, Mr. for walk too, Delish. What's up? So much chat. It's like the best place to go shopping. Can hear a lot too, Delish. It is very far. But like, the game needs a mana system. Like, RPGs in general operate best with a mana system. Hey, Beck. Steven ended up here after going jogging. It's not case of the criminal returning to the scene of the crime. I didn't do anything. I don't know about that. I think you're protesting too much. Found myself to shop all days to get happy on days with beautiful weather like today. Days like this, found myself making lots of bright, colorful clothes. Because, like, having the spells per day kind of thing runs the gambit of suddenly you don't want to cast your spells. And the argument that the person I was arguing with would probably make is, well, if you rest at an inn, you get them back, and if you level up enough, you get 9 of each level of spell. It's like, yeah, at like level 90, you will have 9 in everything. then you have to rest at an inn to get your charges back. So, in the long endgame dungeons where you have no access to an inn, you're just not casting spells. Your spellcaster may as well be a monk / black belt. What's turn plus? 68. It's be a meme in a nice place. I'm gonna sell the air conditioner. It hurts me to do this, but I was gonna sell everything. But like, it's also partially why, like, my opinions on the NES Final Fantasy are partially why that, like, when I do get around to doing all the Final Fantasies, I'm going to probably play the PSP remake of the first Final Fantasy. Because it's, in my opinion, just the best one. It has the best systems, it has all the same level of challenge the original NES one had. In some ways it's harder. I mean, it has content in it that is harder than anything in the base game, like the base NES version. A lot of the bugs of the NES version have been fixed. Like, there are some spells in the NES Final Fantasy that do literally nothing. They were supposed to do something. They tell you that they do something. They don't do anything. Like, I forget exactly the name of it, but it's one of the level 2 Black Mage spells that it just doesn't work. Like, what it's supposed to do is lower the enemy's agility, I think it is. What happened to me? Where am I? Am I Gulliver? Yeah, you're Gulliver. Yeah, you remembered your name? This cage got rattled pretty bad. Feeling pretty bird-brained. Yeah, I do get it, because you're a bird. Other side of this boat, split over the waves, sniff a sea monster tool them, blast the monster's memories in a sandwich. Poor guy. Alright, where were you headed? Sure, I will do my best here. Alright. Anything and everything you can remember. Real animals paradise. Animals as far as you can see on the savannah. Are they gonna say the entirety of Africa? Maybe Madagascar? Giraffes, elephants, lions, and of course, Gulliver! And these over there are sharks. Kenya? It wouldn't be Mongolia, that's the steppe. I know that region. I don't think there's not savannas in Australia or Brazil, so it would have to be Kenya, I think. Kenya! That's right! Hey! Except into a pride of lions, back to his primal roots. And there's Gulliver the Wild. Oh. Watch out for wild attacking Gullivers. Don't worry. We are ready for you, my man. I mean, I keep an axe at home. Like, that's really how you swing the odds of survival in your favor, is an axe. So, you know, may as well clean up the beach. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't remember entirely, but I'm pretty sure even by Final Fantasy II, they'd already implemented a mana system. It's literally, I think, just the very first Final Fantasy. Which is why, like, I'm like, yeah, no, the D&D system is neat. The designers were clearly playing a lot of D&D at the time. And for D&D, limited spells work. But that's because every time you just do even a short rest, you can still recover some spells. You don't recover them all, but you recover some. And your spells at every level are all viable. A fireball is a fireball. Like, that level 1 spell Fireball is still gonna hurt, even, you know, end of a campaign. Which also plays into the levels you complete the first Final Fantasy at. Level cap in D&D is 20. That's around the level they intend you to complete the game at. Actually, I'll look that up, because now I'm curious. Final Fantasy... let's see... I think there's MP. Yeah, MP. This might be for Pixel Remaster. Definitely looks like Pixel Remaster. Yep, this is for the Pixel Remaster. Which is faithful to the original, so MP system. Final Fantasy II definitely has a unique leveling system, which is why I couldn't remember if they had MP, but I was pretty sure they did. Because basically how you get stats in Final Fantasy II is by using those stats. Like, if you want to get HP, you gotta take hits. You want to gain MP, you gotta spend it. You want to gain strength, you gotta whack things with a stick. You want to gain, you know, defense, again, you gotta use your defense. Like, it's stuff like that. Though defense isn't a stat, I don't think. I don't remember entirely, but you get the idea. Like, which is neat. Not a perfect system by any means. Because it does basically mean in the early game, you'll kind of struggle. By late game, you're probably snowballing. Because you've just gathered only the stats that matter for what you're doing. Like, because, like, here's an example. Like, in a traditional RPG, like, let's just even use other Final Fantasies. When you level up, you gain points into stats that you don't care about. But honestly, Fire Emblem is probably the best example of this. If you've ever played Fire Emblem, think of how many times you've had a character that you have no intention of ever using as a mage gain, you know, magic on level up and not gain strength or defense. They'll gain like magic resist, and it's like, you're literally a general. What are you doing? Nothing nice and charming today, but I feel like there's something missing. There's a little extra flavor, which I add. Love. Right, of course. Putting your heart and soul into something always makes it better. Indeed. As long as you follow your heart, your recipe will never be bad. But yeah, that's enough yapping. I haven't gone on long enough. This is working shockingly well. Normally by now I'd have messed with the headset and moved it around, because again, that was kind of pressing into my head. And now I just don't have that. Now it's a nice wide area. Like, this is so nice. I mean, my head is still a little sore from the headset, but given some time. I mean, it isn't even the dumbest thing. A lot of headsets have a big thing of padding. They just tend to match the color of the headset. Though, I mean, white, like, you know, it kind of works. I'm almost tempted to, like, tape it on one side so I can still move it out of the way to charge. I don't know yet. 'Cause I don't want to lose it, but I have a big shelf just, like, right up here to charge on. But yeah, that's it for today. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf. See you all then.